You see, I have this dream. It's this dream that they're trying to tell me is not my reality. But I realize that it's some kind of fallacy, and they trying to tell me that I have some other kind of malady, but I know that I must go through their formality so that I can make this dream my reality, because I can count on my mastermind, because it's my time to grind, and no matter how much dirt they put on top of me, can you see my shine? It's time to rise. Yo, good afternoon, everybody. How you doing? This is your coach, Uncle Renz, and today I want to break down a conversation that a friend of me and a friend had. That conversation dealt with the acronym for the word poor and why most people will never enter the top 10% of money earners in America. That means that most people will never earn six figures in America, which gets you into that top 10%. So why is it that people will remain poor? And in this case, she gave me an acronym of POUR, meaning passing on opportunities repeatedly. Let me tell you that one more again. Passing on opportunities repeatedly. Let me tell you that one more again. I like to say it that way. Passing on opportunities repeatedly. I know that sounds good. It sounds like one of those things like you go to a meeting, you talk to other people, and you put it on your Facebook and your Instagram. You talk about how you're not going to pass on opportunities repeatedly because you're not going to remain poor. But yet and still, you still do it. You know, over 100 years ago, a study was done with a class of Harvard graduates. They taught the Harvard graduates how to write down their goals. So they allowed them to determine whether or not they were going to do it, and most of them did not do it. Only 10% of the Harvard graduates wrote down their goals. And then after they came back 30 years later and reviewed those students, out of the 100 students, 90% of them, 90, were set up to die broke. Out of the 10%, then there was 10% remaining. Those 10% earned a decent amount of money and had a decent amount of savings. But only one became wealthy. Only one created income that would last them beyond their lifetime. Let me give you something more current, more recent. This is something that I experienced. I experienced the fact that I put out a video, an advertisement. That video in that advertisement has at current date about 5,000 views on it. Woo! Yay me! Out of the 5,000 views, 38 clicks on the actual page. Out of the 38 clicks, only 3 people showed serious interest. Out of the 3 people who showed serious interest, only 1 person signed up. Now, for all of those people who are in network marketing companies and MLMs, you get this already. You know how you go out and prospect, and you may have 20, 30 people say, yeah, that sounds great. And then you have your meeting and they're supposed to show up, but then only like 5 show up. And then out of the 5, only 1 or 2 stay for the entirety of the meeting. And out of the 1 and 2, maybe 1 actually signs up. And even that 1 don't do the work that's necessary in order to become successful. So what does that tell you about people? What does this tell you about our mindset? You can have 100 people will see the opportunity. 30 of those people will show some interest. About 10 will make some type of contact, but only 1 will take action. Only 1. But they were all in wanting. Just like right now, if I ask everybody who watched this video, how many of you want to make more money? How many of you want to be in better health? How many of you want to have great, wonderful, beautiful relationships and all that sort of thing? And how many of you want to start your own business and that sort of thing? The overwhelming majority on pretty much every one of those questions will say, yes, I want that, I want that, I want that. You will stay in wanting. Because out of all of that, no matter what category we're talking about, only about 30 of you would actually show up to find out any information about it. Then out of the 30, only about 10 will take the next step to actually possibly take a free opportunity to see what it's really about. And then maybe 1 will actually join into the program. Maybe 1. Maybe. Possibly. I don't know. Maybe. That's the problem. See, when we compare this, If you know you have to go to school, you go to school, you show up. You have to go to work, you go to work, you show up. Because you know that there are consequences. If you own a business, you show up. If you're in a relationship, guess what? You show up. If you get diagnosed with a critical illness, you will generally show up. You'll show up to the doctor's office at least. You will show up because you know that if you do not show up, that there are major consequences to that action of not showing up. If you don't show up for school, you'll get the F. And let me tell you, personal experience. My sophomore year in high school, in February of that year, February 5th of my sophomore year in high school, my grandfather passed away, whom I adored. After his passing, I did not show up for school for 2 months. For 2 months, I was in a depressed state where I did not show up for school. Not at all. If I did show up, it might have been one day here, one day there. But for the most part, I did not show up. By the time I came out of this depression and began to show up for school, it was too late for that year. At this point, I had failed that semester. What were the consequences of failing that semester? Well, the following semester, I could not play football. I was ineligible. I could not play basketball. I was ineligible. Although I did great for that semester, I was able to run track. But for the previous semester, I was ineligible for track. So I couldn't play the sports that I wanted to play. And I was ineligible. But what was the lasting result? You see, when you do something, sometimes the results is more lasting than you realize. I graduated the summer after my graduating class. By the time I got to my senior year, I didn't have enough credits to graduate and to walk with my class. So I did not graduate with them. So when you allow yourself to not show up, the consequences are riveting. They could change your life. They could cause you to not have something 2-3 years down the line. When you don't show up for work, you get fired, then you don't get the check, then you become homeless. All kinds of effects begin to happen. As you know, there is the law of cause and effect. You have to show up. Now let's say you show up, but you decide that you're not going to do the work. You show up, you come, you're there, you're present. But if you don't do the work, you will get those same results. Let's also say that you show up, you do some work, but the work is not the correct work. You have to review the work. Many of you have jobs, you do reviews. If you're in a workout program, there are reviews of measuring and weight every week, every month, whatever this program details. If you're in a relationship, you should be doing reviews of your relationship. When you do reviews and you see the results that you're getting, if you don't change, because some people don't make changes, you have a choice to make a change or not. When you don't make a change, you will consistently get the results that you're getting. It may not be good. It may be great. Who knows? It depends on what you're doing. What type of work are you putting in? So we have to do those things. Now, what's amazing to me is that you will do this in your job. You show up, you do the work because you know that you need that check. But like many people, because I was talking to my friend, and like many people who get involved in multi-level marketing or who start their own business or have something like that where they are the boss, they are the one that determines their income, they have a tendency to not show up. They have a tendency to not do the work. And the results is I got my feel good because I did something. I joined the organization. I got a business license. I got some business cards. You did the part that made you feel good, but you didn't do the work. You see, in all my coaching programs, and for those people who get involved with me in my other businesses, if you are not the kind of person who wants to do the work, who can't show up, then you're not for me. You see, I can't deal with somebody who doesn't want to do the work and doesn't show up. Even in relationships, if you don't want to do the work, if you've been told repeatedly, this is what I need, this is how I feel love, this is how I receive love, this is how I give love, this is the security I need in my life, and yet the person is not making strides, or you're not making strides to satisfy that, just like a job, you will get fired. Fired? Yes, you will be. And guess what? A new person will take your place. A new person will take your place. I left the Marine Corps. Did the Marine Corps die because I left? No. Other jobs that I've had, did the company collapse because I wasn't there anymore? No. They will live on. They will continue. They will recover. question is, what about you? What changes are you ready to make in your life? Are you ready to show up? People like to go and they like to say things on their Facebook like, you got to show up and show out. Are you ready to show up and show out? Or are you still consistently waiting on somebody else to show up and show out? This is like what I like to call people who wait for the UPS man to show up. You want somebody else to deliver the package to your doorstep without you having to get up and do nothing. You want to be the underachieving place setter. Is what you want. That's what the UPS is for me. Nothing against UPS, the company, but the underachieving place setter is what you want to be, because you want to sit in a place and allow other people to bring you what's needed, to bring you what you want, to show up for you. But the only problem is that when you're waiting on the UPS to show up, but you haven't done anything to order anything, then you're just going to get whatever UPS decides to bring to you. And this ain't the man in the brown suit. This ain't the brown truck. This is whatever life deals out to you. So are you ready to take life into your own hands? Are you ready to do something that will make your life better, that will lift you up, that will keep you from being poor? Well, the first thing you got to do is stop passing on opportunities repeatedly. There is no difference between you and Bill Gates. There's no difference between you and Warren Buffett. There's no difference between you and anybody else who has been successful at achieving their life goals and dreams. There is no difference. You are just as smart. You have just as many opportunities. The only difference is that these people take opportunities. They don't pass on opportunities. So you have to take the opportunities as they come. Now here's the thing. Here's another thing about people who are successful. A person who is successful has a track record of getting involved in an opportunity and staying there, focusing on that opportunity, working that opportunity, building that opportunity. It is far better for you to pick one company, one job, one relationship, one health program, and stick with it for the next 10 years instead of you having 10 different companies, 10 different fad diets, 10 different relationships that you had over a 10-year period. It is far better to focus on the one than to have the many in any category that you look at. Far better. And that's what successful people do. Yes, it's not always easy. Things don't always go the way you need them to go or want them to go. But it is that moment of breakthrough that is sitting there. It's like the guy who's digging, he's drilling for the diamond mines, but then he stops 10 feet away while the other person is still grinding, and they get to the diamond mine. Are you going to be the person that keeps grinding, or are you going to turn away right before you get to the prize? But that's what successful people do. They keep grinding. They stay focused. They have their reason why, and that reason why propels them to continue. Are you willing to work? Are you willing to keep doing it? Are you willing to review what you've been doing in order to make sure that you get the results that you claim that you want? Or are you going to be the person that stays in wanting? Because the person who stays in wanting never receives. Because if you're wanting, the universe, God says, yes, you want that. But you have to be in a position, a mindset of having gratitude for every moment, recognizing that every moment, every situation is perfect, that you learn from every situation, and you keep moving forward. Keep going forward. Not letting adversity take you down. Not letting the fact that others don't believe in your journey take you down, because guess what? This is your journey of 1,000 steps, and every step is your step. Nobody can take the step for you, but you can take that step. You have it within you. Like I said before, there is absolutely no difference between you and anyone else who has been successful in life. You have everything in your life right now, everything in your mind right now, everything in your spirit right now in order to achieve everything that you say that you have in your life. If you are going to speak it into existence, then you have to become a being that has it, that gives gratitude for it. And when you do that with no doubt, with no recourse, no exception, no ideas of anybody else being able to take it away from you, with no idea of it not occurring, then you will be successful. Everything will start to fall in place for you, and the next thing you know is that you will have it. It will be there. The car will be there. The house is there. The love life is there. The health is there. The business is there. The money is there. Everything that you have claimed, everything that you have spoken to existence, everything that you know that is in your being and has surrounded you is there the moment you decide that it is, and that there is no plan B but to have it. The moment you decide that you will never again be poor, you will never again pass over opportunities repeatedly. I look forward to you guys having greatness in your life, because I know that greatness is for you and that your greatness is non-negotiable. As soon as you free yourself to be yourself, all things will come to you, and you will have and manifest all things that are already before you. That's what manifesting is, revealing what is already before you. And when we do that, we then begin to create even more abundance, have more abundance, so that you can do and fulfill your life missions. I know that this is for you. I know that you have it for you. And if I can be of any service to you, I am more than happy to help you. Contact me, subscribe, and we can get things on the roll for you. Because as soon as momentum starts, there's an avalanche of abundance that's waiting for you. There's an avalanche of abundance that will just careen all negativity and all negative people and all negative situations out of your way. And you can have that life abundant. You can have it. It's there for you. It's already there. It's already manifested. It's already before you. So y'all have a great day. Enjoy yourself. Contact me, and I look forward to working with each and every last one of you. But be mindful of this one thing. I only work with people who are dead set on achieving greatness in their life. Plain and simple. If you're not dead set on achieving greatness in your life, more blessings to you. Enjoy yourself. Enjoy your life. Do whatever you will. But if you're dead set on having that achievement, dead set on having the life and being the type of person that always manifests, always create in life what they speak into existence, what they meditate into existence, what their being says is for them. If you're that type of person, then you're the kind of client that I love to work with. You're the kind of client that I will only work with. Because then I know that your greatness is non-negotiable. And I can only work with people who recognize that their greatness is non-negotiable. Because iron only sharpens iron. So y'all have a great day. Enjoy yourself. Remember, your greatness is non-negotiable. And free yourself to be yourself. This is your Coach Renz. Have a great evening.